Hey everyone, what I have in front of you is 12 eggs and I'm going to boil them until they're done. So it's going to take about 35 minutes to boil these eggs and I'll come back and show you the next step. We're making Easter deviled eggs. Okay, the next step is to peel your eggs and try to make them as neat as possible. As you can see, one here has a tear or crack in it, but that's okay. We're going to cut it in a way where that can be at the bottom. But if you can't use it, just use it into your mix and you'll be 2 eggs or 1 egg less than what you had. Okay, so and then you'll line a baking sheet with aluminum foil, a napkin, plastic bag, whatever you have available for a flat surface. And then you will cut the eggs in half diagonally, and you will get yourself prepared and ready for the dye or the food coloring that you'll be using. You'll be putting it in cups, half with water, half with the food coloring that you will be using. I have 1 cup for each color. There's a look like an egg spoon that you can pick up your egg out of it with. So I'll show you what one looks like when I finish, and I actually do one to show you how it goes. Okay, so I cut the broken egg in the long way, as I was mentioning, and as I can show you, see, it doesn't really make a big difference because of the tear on the side now. So the bottom looks okay, and we'll just go ahead and continue to do the rest. And what we're going to do is we're going to empty this out, the yellow part, back into the pan, and we're going to take the yellow part out, like I said, put it back in the pan, make sure it's all removed out of the shell, because this is what we're going to dye, and we're going to dye that in the cups and place it on the baking sheet once it's dyed and dry. Okay, I'll show you the rest when I come back. Okay, so we're halfway there. I have taken the yellow parts out of the egg. I mean, you can clean this up a little more if you want to. You can run it back through water if that helps. But the yolks the boiled yolks are inside of here in the bowl that I basically cracked the eggs and took the shells off in and rinsed them off. So here's the rest. I'll be finishing the rest, putting those on there to get them prepared to get dyed. Here's a tip for cracking your eggshells off or taking your eggshells off of your boiled eggs. I run mine under cold water for whatever reason. It seems like it's easier, less tears, less cracks. So you can try it that way. If not, try it your way. But I'll be showing you the next step in one moment. Let's continue to cut out eggs. Okay, so here's my ingredients for my deviled eggs mixture. It is mayo, seasoning, oil, a little salt, and 1 spoon of sugar. As I showed you in my last video, the sugar is for the comeback. You won't really taste it. Just add 1 spoon, as I was mentioning, and trust me on this one, you'll like it. After we finish with the mixture, I'll show you what it looks like. So what I did was I added 7 squirts of mayo. Here's the 1 spoon of sugar. A shake or 2, 3, 4, 5 of seasoning oil, and a little salt. Stir that together and keep stirring or adding what you like for your family's taste. Okay, after breaking the egg down, as you can see, it looks a little dry, so we're going to add 7 more dollops of mayonnaise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're going to mix that and see what happens. It's better to start with less and build up instead of putting a lot in there and then you put too much. So let's see. Okay, I ended up adding 3 more dollops of mayo, and I went in a circle with the mustard. So the ingredients are going to be mayonnaise, mustard, seasoning oil, salt, and sugar, and it equals up to 7 dollops of mayonnaise. If you're going to use spoonfuls, it equaled up to 10 dollops of mayonnaise. But if you're going to use spoonfuls, I would say use 7. Let's stir this together and see how it turns out. Okay, so you want to keep stirring your egg your egg yolks, your boiled egg yolks, until you get like this consistency where you can flatten it with the back of your spoon. If you can flatten it with the back of your spoon, that's the consistency that you're looking for. And don't forget, if the measurements didn't come out the way that you want them, you can add more, like I said, a little mayonnaise or a little mustard to make it a little more easier to mix. You can add a little bit of more sugar, just maybe a half a spoon, not a whole spoon. A little more seasoning, a little more salt, and keep on doing that until, you know, you like it. The taste of it for yourself and your family. Also, you can add red peppers, onions, you can add bacon. The list goes on what you can add in here. Celery, but make sure you chop those things up and put little pieces on it. But that will be best to do after you fill your eggs and use them and put them on the top as a garnish. That would be nice. But as you can see, we still have our eggs on the pan, waiting to be placed in the cups with our dye. And we're just going to sit the mixture in the refrigerator until all that is done and dried and back on the pan with the colors on them after we washed this off under the water. And we'll refill these eggs back up with the mixture, and they'll be colored deviled Easter eggs. Okay, first we're going to start off with blue. I'm starting off with blue. I have a little dissolved tablet. I didn't use the blue food coloring that I have over here. I just want to see how this one works first. I'm going to let that dissolve and turn the water blue. The reason why I'm starting with blue is because I'm going to later add red into this one after I use it for blue and make a purple. So I'll show you that. The purple egg that I make from using the same blue. And then I'm gonna, after I use the blue on these eggs, after I set this in there for about 5 minutes, it's gonna turn blue. I'm gonna set it back over here, and then I'm gonna use the red dye, the red food coloring, and mix it inside of here, and hopefully that turns purple, and then we can put an egg in there and have a purple egg. Yay! Okay, everyone, I'm going to start off by putting 1 egg white inside of the dye. I'm going to leave it in there for 5 minutes and see what happens after 5 minutes. Make sure that you submerge the egg in the water, but it'll be okay. See you in 5 minutes. Okay, while my blue egg is over here sitting in the dye, I went ahead and started the other colors like yellow, pink, orange, and green, and the last one is going to be purple. Let's just check on the blue. It's only been like 2 minutes. Okay, it's turning the color, so we're going to leave it in there until it gets the same color blue. But that blue is pretty. I'll see if I like that blue or keep it in a little longer. And you'll just continue to do that until your eggs are the color that you prefer. You'll sit them here to let them dry, and you'll fill them once they're all nice and dry. Okay, so I have the eggs in there. Some of the tablets didn't dissolve, as you can see, but I went ahead and put the egg in there anyway. I'm continuing to stir it as I'm going along, but I checked on this blue. And I actually like this color blue, so I'm going to stick with this color blue. But if you leave it in longer, it'll turn that color blue. But I'm impatient, and I'm ready to see how this is going to turn out. So I'm going to use this blue. I'm going to place it on the sheet, and I'll continue this a few more times, and I'll show you the final results. Okay, this is what it's looking like so far. We have a blue, orange, pink, green, and yellow. Remember, I'm doing purple, but these are nice colors, but we still have more to go. See you in a minute. Okay, I put my red dye food coloring into the blue cup, as I mentioned, and here's the results of the purple. That's how it came out with the mixed red and blue. That's purple. It's green. Almost there, guys. Almost there. So I'm all done. I'm going to let them dry. They're still sitting on the napkin. I'm going to put the filling inside and I'll show you the final results. So basically that's what it looks like all done. If you want to be creative, you can add a little grass inside. This isn't the plate that I'm going to have it in, but this is basically how it looks all done. Hope you like it. Easter devil eggs.